Good morning, everyone. We have shared the link also of YouTube. So you can join from there because the capacity is already 100 of this particular Zoom. So you can join from there. The live streaming is there. So you can join. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. With your due permission, Sonal ma'am, are you there? Or other faculty members, shall we start with our session?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, Jasprit ma'am. Thank you so much. So, Radhika, you can start, Beta.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. We've gathered here for the National Lecture Series organized by Sophia Girls College, Ajmer, Rajasthan, in collaboration with St. Xavier's College, Jaipur, Patna Women's College, Patna, Bihar, Khalsa College, Patiala, Punjab, Kritsu Jayanti College, Bengaluru, Karnataka, St. Aloysius Autonomous College, Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh. The topic of today's National Lecture Series is Digital Humanities, Digital Storytelling. I would like to welcome all the colleges who have collaborated for this National Lecture Series, their respected faculty members and participants from UG and PG courses. I would also like to welcome Dr. Rama Hirawat, Head, Department of English, St. Xavier's College, Jaipur, the faculty members of the Department of English, and other staff members from different departments of St. Xavier's College, Jaipur. The digital humanities, also known as Humanities computing, is a field of study, research, teaching, and invention concerned with the intersection of computing and the disciplines of humanities. It is methodological by nature and interdisciplinary in scope. Digital storytelling uses multimedia tools to bring narratives to life. Digital stories can be used to explain a concept, to reflect on personal experience, to retell a historical event, or to make an argument. Digital stories are typically videos that combine audio, images, and video clips to tell a story. I would like everyone to note that the feedback link will be open for 15 minutes at the end of the session. If anyone has questions or any comments, please type in the chat box or unmute yourself after the session and ask one by one. For today's lecture, we have Dr. Ranjit Kaur, a former head and assistant professor at the Department of English, St. Xavier's College, Jaipur. Presently, she contributes to various cells and committees in our college, including Unnat Bharat Abhiyan Cell Coordinator, IQAC and NAAC Steering Committee Member, Minority Welfare Committee Coordinator, Publication Cell, and appointed as Rangers Leader for Bharat Scouts and Guides. Her fluent teaching and administrative experience cover a period of 28 years at esteemed institutions. She has authored 2 books, Communication Techniques and Communicative English, and has co-edited the book titled Literature as Cartography of Emotions, Ways of Being and Belonging. She has to her credit several research papers published in various national and international journals and edited books. She has attended international national conferences, seminars, workshops, FDPs, STTPs, and symposiums and presented over 60 papers. For her paper presentation, she has won the Best Paper Presentation Award. She's part of the editorial board of different journals and magazines. Her research interests include prison literature, gender studies, digital humanities, post-colonial literature, American literature, disability studies, and Indian English literature. I would like to welcome Dr. Ranjit Kaur to take up the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Radhika, for your generous introduction. So, I'm just sharing my screen with you, and I will start my presentation. So I hope that I'm audible to you all.
Definitely, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. So the topic of my session is Digital Humanities, Digital Storytelling. As you have seen on the screen that the humanities and the digital, how they are clubbing together. So digital humanities is a broad field of research and scholarly activity that covering not only the use of digital methods by arts and humanities, multiple research and collaborations by digital humanities, particularly the specialist with computing and scientific disciplines, but also how the arts and the humanities offer distinctive insights into the major social and cultural issues raised by the development of digital technologies. Work in this field is necessarily collaborative because in this, not only the arts and the humanities, they are collaborating, but the technology is also collaborating and involving multiple skills, disciplines, and areas of expertise. What will be the session outline? So first of all, I will explain you what is digital humanities. Then what are the historical milestones and the development of digital humanities as a field and a discipline, and then the basic questions and conflicts for the term digital humanities, that how multiple questions that are there arises and conflicts that we have to look into, and then the purpose and goals of digital humanities. Then I will discuss about the popular digital humanities working methods also. Particularly this PPT or this session is divided into two particular parts. One is that I will brief you about the digital humanities, and the second is about digital storytelling. Then we will also discuss about the selected text analysis tools that are the part of digital humanities. Then the second part of the session is about digital storytelling. Then what are the steps and processes of creating digital storytelling? And then we will also discuss 7 important elements of digital storytelling. And at last, we will sum up with, I will share some websites and apps and mobile apps through which you can create your digital story. So first of all, the first important point is that what is digital humanities? So when the world of digital humanities was first introduced, it has been called humanities computing, as Radhika has rightly mentioned. And while people agreed on a couple of elements of a creation of story, there was no coherent account of where this new field came from. So over the years, it developed into the many events leading up to the present stage of digital humanities. So the growth is there simultaneously from 1945 or from 1940s, it started and reached up to this particular stage. The use of computers to analyze research data in arts and humanities, and such as particularly the literature and history dates back to the 1940s. And the University of Cambridge was a pioneer in the development of humanities computing. And with the establishment of 1964 of that LLC, that Literary and Linguistic Computing Center, under the chairmanship of Roy Wipsley. The first important point, that is what is digital humanities? So the humanities and the digital technologies, when they intersect with each other, and the humanities, we all are aware about that they are that academic discipline in which the human society and the culture and the art merges together. And when that humanities merges with literature and the literature merges with technology, so what is going to be created, that is known as digital humanities. So when digital technologies are multiple application softwares are there merging together with humanities, the different processes are there for research, the analyzing data, and through the digital data, multiple contents are created, that is known as digital humanities. So there are multiple definitions are there that and multiple people have given their viewpoints about how digital humanities is born of different encounter or intersection of traditional humanities and the computational methods that are coming up. And digital humanities, maybe we can consider it as a diverse and still emerging field that encompasses the practices of humanities research in and through information technology. And therefore, the exploration of how the humanities may evolve through their engagement with technology, media, and computational method, that is known as digital humanities. And it also refers to new modes of scholarships and institutional units. And particularly few important points are there, that is collaborative effects are there, efforts are there, transdisciplinary, interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, and computational engagement of the research. And that is affecting our teaching and publications. So that is known as digital humanities. Now there are few tenets of digital humanities or digital humanities pedagogy. Number one, as I have mentioned in the definitions, that collaborative activities are there. So digital tools, techniques, media, as they have altered and assembled the dissemination of the data within the arts, humanities, and social sciences, so that shared knowledge and open access of different disciplines are there. And it is also considered as the study that is methodologically natural as well as interdisciplinary in scope. And it is also involves investigation, analysis, synthesis, and the presentation of data in electronic form. So literature and art that is converted into electronic form, that is known as digital humanities. And it also studies how these media affect the disciplines during which they are used and with which these disciplines need to contribute to our knowledge of computing. And it also takes a shape into internet specific slang and overall revolutionize the linguistic rules. That is also an important aspect that we look into. So multiple digital projects are there, and it also involves different teams, different lab, different expertise of different people, people from arts, literature, humanities, people from social sciences, people from information technology specialists, and even the different galleries, libraries, and archives that are there that are converted into the digital humanities through the computational technology. So they also allow people to step outside the world of print and enter into the world of interactive maps. And there we can create multiple digital timelines, different digital editions and archives that are there. So through these digital projects, we can see that the tent of digital humanities is not a very confined one, but it has opened up different venues, different avenues. If you can see that multiple subjects are mentioned here in this big tent of digital humanities, where e-performances are there, text analysis are there, GIS is there, digital publishing is there, big data that we are talking about, and yet ChatGPT is nowadays a common word that is coming up and a recent development. So before understanding different questions, or before we will answer multiple questions or conflicts that are there, we just have a look on the historic milestones. So Robert Busa is there with the help of IBM, and he is considered as the father of this word digital humanities, Paredi Robert Busa, and he was an Italian Jesuit who began working with Thomas Watson, the CEO of IBM in 1949, and he is considered as who has brought in this term digital humanities. And Father Busa contributed company of digital humanities and the publication of this term digital humanities into the tutorial vocabulary in 2004. So with all these milestones, we have see that this is not a one day or a 1 year task. It's a consecutive evolvement is there, that how this terminology came into being, and how this is considered as a new field in the humanities nowadays, and multiple universities internationally also taking different digital initiatives, and they are bringing different changes, and the developments are there in the field of digital humanities. So from 1949 to 1970, multiple companies have developed multiple computing centers. And from 1973 to 1992, multiple scholarly societies were also established and collaborated with digital humanities computing centers. And from 1992 to 2004, digital humanities as a term came into being, and different libraries and archives, also museums also connected with it. And 1994 is an important milestone. We can say that the Center for History and New Media was founded. And in 2004, Blackwell Companion to Digital Humanities is also an important milestone. Another important few points that we should keep in mind, that is from 2005 to 2012, that digital humanities came into being as a mainstreamed term, and multiple changes are brought in nowadays also, and from 2005 to 2012 also. But in the last decade, that is from 2012 to 2022, we can see that digital humanities has become one of the most highly funded areas in different universities worldwide, and in humanities research and practices. So people are taking up multiple projects to preserve our history through digital humanities. So I want to give you a few questions to ponder upon while we will enter and while we will discuss this whole session. The first question that is that are digital and humanities, they are two contradictory terms, that or they are being bridged together, or is this a reiteration of two cultures, or what are the changes within the objects of inquiry of humanities discipline because of the arrival of web or technological advancement or computational technologies and digital technologies, we can say that. Another three questions that we have to ponder upon, that what methods are to be used to study and work with digital objects. So I will share with you in this PPT that multiple methods also, and how all these methods and these techniques are affecting the normal methods of the humanities, the traditional method and the computational method and the collaboration with humanities. And what are the new skills and tools that are emerging with and that successfully defining the digital humanities practice in general or in a particular form. So these are basic conflicts that are there, or the basic questions that we have to ponder upon. So what are the goals of digital humanities? First of all, the first important goal or the purpose is that we have to integrate, because as the advancement is there in the technology, we have to integrate the traditional humanistic research and teaching and learning processes with the modern information technology. What is the benefit of digital humanities? That we can gather, we can refine, and we can maintain and share the cultural resources, the art, the literature, sitting at one place worldwide. And what are the basic purposes of digital humanities? So first of all, we can discover or explore a topic very easily. And I have shared a few links also. If you want, I will share these links with you to your teachers, teacher coordinators, and you can have a look on these. Next important purpose is that we have to ask new questions. What is that research? Instead of the age-old method, instead of the age-old topics, we have to look into new topics, and we have to generate new interpretations and new interactions. So this is also the purpose of digital humanities. Another important purpose is that it is very easy through digital humanities, the accessibility. Nowadays, we have seen that through different links, we can see different areas where we are not able to reach physically. So through digital humanities, the access to different museums are there. So it enhances the accessibility, as well as the visualization and different modelings are there. As a GIZA project, this is also a very important part of digital humanities. And you can have a look on that how digital humanities is not entering in one particular area, but entering into different areas. Through digital humanities, it is very easy to engage public, engage people opinion. We can take multiple opinions, multiple ideas, and even through that shared aspect, we can also ask people to collaborate with us for one project or one research. Another important point, that we can also very easily preserve the ideas. The archives are there, digital archives are there, digital editions are there, and we can preserve multiple data, multiple histories that are there. Now, few working methods. So digital humanities is a part. somebody's mic is on, so I request that please mute yourself. Now, what are the working methods? First of all, the data tagging or annotation is there. Then we have to analyze text. Multiple text analysis tools are there, and they are continuously coming up also. I will also share a few text analysis tools here. Then digital exhibitions are there. We will sit at one place and we can share that, and we can see that through digital humanities. Digital mapping and data mining is also one important thing. That GIS is coming up, data mapping is there. That is also an important method. The data visualization is there. We can link one data to another, and multiple other virtual worlds are opening up. Now we can sit here and we can do the virtual tour of, suppose we want to go to, we are not able to reach that ashram of Gandhiji at Porbandar. So, but we can see through that virtual tour multiple other libraries. We can check, and we can do multiple courses through digital visualization. So now I want to share some digital humanities tools. First of all, the first and the foremost aspect is the text analysis tools. So here, the basic 4 important analysis tools I have shared. Wordley is there, but the most important one is the Voice tool. And they all are very easily and readily, freely available. You can search and you can check these sources. WordStat is also there. And through that, you can analyze different texts. And what will be the screen? So this is that I have shared one example of one, that how you can see your text and how you can check that how many words are there repetitive, what are the synonyms used, what are the structure, what are the phrases that are there. And in this one, 3 important aspects are there. This is the, as soon as you will open up that one tool, this is the screen that will be there. And this screen is divided into 2 parts. One is the upper part and one is the lower part. So the upper part of this screen is divided into 3 important parts. On the left hand side, if you can see, Cirrus is there. That is the cloud tag. That gives you the end. Second point is the terms. Terms means the occurrence of the word in the text. How many times one particular word or these many words occurred multiple times. Then the semantic links also that are there. You can check that also, that what kind of phrases, what kind of sentence making that is there, the sentence structures that are there. So you can check that. In the middle area of this screen, that one screen is referring to the text that is subject of analysis. So which part of the text that we want to analyze. And the rightmost area shows the curves of the most frequent words, and that what is the major areas that this particular text which we are analyzing focuses on. So it's very easy to do that through these kinds of text analysis tools. And the lower half of the screen that displays, the left side of the screen displays the summary of the document analyzed, that how many articles used, how many times shell word is used, how many times will is used, how many times models used, how many times particular synonyms and antonyms of particular words used. On the right hand side, the context of each of the word that is extracted from the text that we want to analyze. And that this also gives us the play of the elements of different areas of the screen, so that we can see the interaction between different modules. So through this point text analysis tool, it's a very good one. You can check that. Then multiple text analysis projects are there that are there. The one I thought that I should share with you, that is that Agatha Christie's text is there, that one is analyzed. And through this text analysis, researchers gather and extract and find out the information about the author, as well as that how they have created a sense of that writing and why these themes are coming up and why they have used these particular kind of writing or the phrases or the words. Now, the next important point is the mapping and the GIS project. So what is the GIS project? GIS project, I think most of you are aware about, that they are the geographic information systems. And through that system, we can capture, we can store, we can manipulate, manage, analyze, and present all types of geographical data. So GIS is geographic information system that is used to gather or manage or analyze or manipulate geographical data. And one example that is there of this one is that the bomb site project. This is very important project that has mapped the London after the World War II bomb census from 1940 to 1941. So the scanning is done and you can see the image here. Another important example is that the memory of migration, that after COVID also multiple GIS projects are there that try to find out the migration and the sources of migration, the reasons of migration, and the places from where the people migrated to which place and to which cities are most in the terms of migration and which are the areas. So you can have that check on that. After that bomb site, what are the reasons of that migration? Through this slide you can have a look on. Another important example is of GIS and mapping is that interactive tour that I have mentioned you, that virtual tours are there. So Hillerman's novel, The Blessing Way, is that done the mapping through the Digital Humanities project, and the US cities mentioned in every novel of Hillerman is mapped through that these digital humanities tools. So an interactive tour is there, and this is there, and these multiple links are there. If you want to look into detail, you can have a look on that. Now, some tools are also there. And Google Maps, you all are aware about. Then History Pins is also an important tool of mapping and GIS. Then QGIS is also there. Then ArcGIS is also there. So not only that digital humanities is confining to one thing, but besides history, it entered into geography also, it entered into science also, it entered into multiple other disciplines also. So it is not interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary, it is also transdisciplinary activities. Like I have shared this screen, because of that the Walt Whitman archive is there and the digital editions are there, and they try to create archive of different writers, and you can have a look on those archives, their published works, their life, their whatever interaction they have done, whatever commentaries they have done, whatever contribution they have done, and whatever their pictures are there, their photos are there that are archived through different digital edition pages. This is again an important digital archive, the proceedings of Old Bailey from 1674 to 1913. This one is the proceeding, and you can have a look on that. So it's very easy. Instead of going to library and to find out the books and to collect the data, multiple digital editions, multiple digital pages, archives are there. Through that, we can have a look on multiple sources, and we can do our research very easily. Then text and data visualization is also there. For example, I have shared this inaugural word of Barack Obama's 2009 speech, and you can see that he has used nation word maximum, then American people, then generation. So this is through that text analysis tools we can do these kinds of data visualization. I think most of us are aware about these interactive forms. Through that, the humanities is coming up on the digital platform, and you can have a very easy access. And this is also giving us the growth, not only confining the humanities and the literature to a book or to a print, but to a media platforms. Now, the second part of my presentation, that digital humanities, I've given you a kind of a quick brief. And now the one aspect of that how you can create digital story through that digital humanities platforms. So what is digital storytelling? Digital storytelling, through that we uses multimedia tools to bring our narrative, and we can give life to that. And it can be used to explain a particular concept. We can reflect on particular thought, not only a kind of a proper beginning, middle, or end of the story, but on one aspect also we can create or reflect, or we can even add our personal experience, and we can create our digital story. Another important point of digital story is that not only that should be our expression or something, even we can pick up some historical event or some historical character, and we can make our own argument, or we can make our own inferences from those historical texts, and we can create a story through digital media. So what that digital story includes, not only the text, but videos, audio, music, picture. So multiple mediums we can club together and collate together, and we can create digital story. It should not be a longer one. Yes, we try to complete it in 2-3 minutes way. So as soon as it starts, a kind of a video, pictures, music, and other things are there, and simultaneously they will come up and present it nicely. So whatever we want to present through words, it's better we can present through music, we can present through videos, we can present through photos. So what are the important steps or the process of writing digital story? First of all, we have to build a script in our mind, or in a pen or paper, some bullet points. Then a storyboard we have to create, where we want to place pictures, where we want to place video clip, where we want to give the background sound or the music. So a kind of a step-by-step storyboard we have to create. Then we have to record voice over that whatever background music we want to add, or we want to record our own voice. Or after creating that images, video clips all collated together, we will able to create our story. So what are the important points that we should keep in mind? I like this image. I have taken it from one internet source. If you can see that this is also a kind of a story, digital storytelling. If you can see, there is no music, but the music symbols are there. There is a black and white images. There is a mask. There is a color. Particular red color or yellow color is highlighted one. And if you can see, few text is also there. So digital storytelling is not about the tools, or it is not about the transfer of the knowledge, but it is about the skills or the amplification of your voice, that how you uses your voice modulation, how you transform the meaning into the picture. So we can share, connect, and we can contribute and collaborate. So digital humanities is about collaboration, and we can say that contribute together. So these are the steps that to create storytelling. First of all, we have to define our purpose and identify the audience for whom we are creating this particular digital story. Then we have to conduct a research and try to collect our data. Then we have to outline a script and develop a storyboard. Then we have to fit in that resources that we have collected, whether the video clip is there, whether the sound or the picture or the music. Then we will provide our feedback and revision, or we can say that re-editing or editing we can do. And then we can share our work, that whatever we have collaborated with. Then the important 7 elements of digital storytelling. First of all, we have to keep in mind the point of view, that what is the main point of the story and what is the perspective of the author. So we should, what we want to tell in a story, whether we want to inform, whether we want to instruct, whether we want to analyze or examine. So first of all, our point of view should be clear. Second is the dramatic questions. As I've shared you before sharing the digital tools and other things, that what questions we want to ponder upon. Then the emotional content is also required through storytelling because it's a humanities. So humanity is about connection, emotion. Then our voice modulation, our music, our sound, because if that one is there, the non-verbal communication matters. Then the power of the soundtrack, then the economy, 2-3 minutes, 4 minutes, how in an impressive manner we can create our story, and we will give some kind of a message through that. We can arouse some emotion, or whether we want to inform or instruct or examine. Our pacing should be clear. It should not be very quick, or it should not be very slow. The pace is also important. Now, quickly, I want to share some sources, and this is very important and very easy free tool that is available online, and you can check and you can create your digital story. That is Twine, and it is an open source tool. You can in Clear, you can create your interactive and non-linear story through Twine. So you can check this particular source. Now I want to share a few websites. One is that Blubber is there. Through this, you can create your comic strips. I'm sharing few websites so that you can check later on whichever source you want to create and whatever kind of content that you want to create. So for comic strip, you can use Blubber. Then this is also a comic strip. That one is created. You can check that, very interactive. Now, no need of more text, but through colors and pictures, we can create. So another is that Storybird. Through that Storybird, individually also, or as an educator also, this is also a 7-day free trial tool. You can start your story and you can create through this Storybird. Another tool is that Animoto. Through that Animoto also, you can create your story. You can share your experience with the help of different videos. So this is a kind of animated videos you can create through this Animoto. Another storytelling app is that if you want to create a short book, so Book Creator is that. This is very simplest and inclusive way to create your content for your classroom to present, and you can create your story in the form of book, a page curl kind of thing, so that you have a feel of reading a book. Another is that Boom Writer. This is also good for that those students who, as a trial basis, they want to publish their book. So through this Boom Writer, you can have a feel of that what are the contents required for publishing book and how you can create your short book through Boom Writer. Another is that Little Bird Tales. So I'm sharing all these screens so that you can have a look to these multiple apps and multiple sources. Then few mobile apps, if you want to turn your text into films. So Plotagon is there. You can create your story through Plotagon. This is a mobile app and you can have a look on that. Even Plotagon Studio is also there. So that this is a desktop app and the earlier one is mobile app. So both versions are there and you can turn your text into films through this. Then a Story Creator is also there. So I have shared a few book versions also, few film versions also, animated versions also. But if you want to create your proper digital story, so you can create through Twine or you can create through Story Creator. So before this is the end of my session, I want to share one story with you. And if you can see that I have added text and images only. And these kinds of short stories you can create and you can create on those online platforms. So I'm quickly sharing this story and hope you like it. And through this way, you can create your own story. A business executive was deep in debt and could see no way out. Creditors were closing in on him. Suppliers were demanding payment. He sat on the park bench, head in hands, wondering if anything could save his money, save his company from bankruptcy. Suddenly, an old man appeared before him. And what he has mentioned, he said, "I can see that something is troubling you." After listening to the executive voice, the old man said, "I believe I can help you." Let us see the images that are there added. You can ask the man his name, wrote out a check and pushed it into his hand, saying, "Take this money, meet me here exactly 1 year from today, and you can pay me back at that time." Then he turned and disappeared as quickly as he had come. The business executive saw in his hand a check for $500,000 signed by John D. Rockefeller. Then at that time, he was one of the richest men in the world. I can erase my money worries in an instant. When he has realized this, that the check is already there in his hand. So what he has done, but instead the executive decided to put the uncashed check in his safe. So instead of using that, he has put that check into that safe. Just knowing it was there might give him the strength to work out a way to save his business. With renewed optimism, he negotiated better deals and extended terms of payment. He closed several big deals. Within a few months, he was out of debt and making money once again. Exactly 1 year later, he turned to the park with the uncashed check. At the agreed upon time, the old man appeared. But just as the executive was about to hand back the check and share his success story, a nurse came running up and grabbed the old man. "I am so glad I caught him," he cried. "I hope he hasn't been bothering you. He's always escaping from the rest home and telling people he is John D. Rockefeller." And she led the old man away by the arm. The astonished executive just stood there, stunned. All year long, he had been wheeling and dealing, buying and selling, convinced he had $500,000 behind him. Suddenly, he realized that it wasn't the money, real or imagined, that had turned his life around. It was his renewed, newfound self-confidence that gave him the power to achieve anything he went after. These are the references and the web references that I have used for this PPT. So I want to conclude that while digital humanities has seemingly helped to either save or reinvent of humanities programs, a lot of traditional humanities also view the field, the term, with skepticism as a threat to more traditional forms of humanities or humanity, we can say that pedagogy and practices. So whether that one is a threat or whether that one is a kind of a helping hand or a booming idea, I'm leaving you with this question. Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions, you can ask. Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions, either you unmute yourself or you can ask through chat box. I hope I try to make some sense to both the topics in this 45 minutes. And I will share my number also with you. If any student wants to know more about that, you are most welcome to do that. Thank you, everyone, for your patient listening. If you have any queries or questions, you can ask, or any comments also, they are most welcome. Feedback link is already shared. Over to you, Radhika.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful lecture. It was enlightening
Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful lecture. It was enlightening to hear you talk about digital humanities. If anyone has questions, please type in the chat box or unmute yourself after the session is asked, one by one. I want everyone to note that the feedback link will be open for 15 minutes, so please fill it out correctly. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Thank you so much, Ranjit ma'am. It was such an interesting talk, and the way you have presented things, I mean, very endearing personality.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. When the questions are not there, either the session is all clear, or maybe that because of the paucity of time, I'm supposed to a little bit quick.
Here it seems, ma'am, everything is clear to the students. Yeah, because otherwise they are free to call anything from you.
Yes. Thank you, Jasprit ma'am. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, the topic was quite interesting for us because we learned it for the first time. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Harpreet. Thank you. And if you need any more help in this regard, because this is an upcoming topic, and maybe after a few years, this is the most important one for research. Nowadays, after science fiction, the digital humanities is the upcoming topic for research. As a student, if you want to look into multiple dimensions are there of this particular topic, and you can do multiple research on different topics of digital humanities. Thank you, Harpreet, for your appreciation.
Welcome, ma'am.
So feedback link is open now for 15 minutes. You can give your feedback and do the quiz. And one request, as Jasprit ma'am, I just want to make, I will message on that group also. We will share certificates later on after 1 or 2 days to, on the mail IDs of students. So we will do that. Instead of through AutoCred, because multiple problems are there through AutoCred, we will share on that particular email IDs of individual students.
All right. All right.
Any other question, or shall we end the session? Anything else anybody wants to ask? Rama, please check in that YouTube live streaming also. If any question is there, then you can just share.
Yes, ma'am.
Before ending this session, I just want to convey thanks to all the collaborative institutes, those who have collaborated for this national lecture series, all the teacher coordinators and the student participants, those who have attended for this session. Thank you so much, everyone, for helping us to grow with you all, to learn with you all. Thank you once again. Heartfelt thanks to my Department of English, Head of the Department, Dr. Rama Hirawat, and other department faculties. Our management, who has given us chance to be the part of this lecture series. I also want to thank our technical help that I have taken from our Department of Computer Science, Dr. Vaishali Singh, then Yashwadan Sir from Department of Economics, and other faculty members, those who have helped me for this. Thank you so much once again. And our teacher student coordinator, Radhika. She is from the very first session till this session, and maybe for the next session also. She is coordinating alone with me for everything. Thank you so much, Radhika. And thank you everyone once again for joining. Rama, is there any question?
No, ma'am. Questions.
Okay, so thank you everyone once again. Good day to you all. Thank you.